Hello everyone, this is Steve Andersen from the USBA. I am honored to welcome Dick Jaspers to our USBA monthly interview for February. Dick is currently ranked 5th in the UMB World Ranking and just came off an impressive win at the 2014 Billiard Point Masters in the Netherlands. Welcome, Dick.
Hello, nice to speak to you.
Well, nice speaking with you. Yeah, it's nice to talk to you. We had some technical problems this time, but your voice is coming through loud and clear, so that's
Okay.
wonderful. Well, I thought we'd start out with maybe your last victory. Can you just kind of describe how the tournament went, how you felt, and those things?
Yeah, it was a very solid, good championship for me without having many problems to win in most of the games, and the final was a thriller at the end. It seemed that I was going to have not a really easy victory. You can never say that, but it seemed no problems at all. But Jean-Paul de Bruyn, my opponent, came back very good, very strong with 2-7s, 1-4, and I had to go up for my last point, 49-47. So I had some nerves inside, and but okay, I managed to make the last point, and with no equalizing inning for him. For my opponent, I was a new champion.
Yes, that's good. Well, that brings up a point. He's. It seems like, and you correct me if I'm wrong. It just seems like everyone, the averages are just becoming astronomical, and everybody seems to be, or many seem to be playing so well at your level. Do you notice the difference just in the last few years, or am I just imagining things?
Well, I don't know. There are too many differences with the last years, but my opponents can, the first 10 I think, can play games of 2 average and more in one single game. But to play on a whole championship more than 1.5 general average, it's very hard. But most of them had 1.3, 1.4. De Bruyn, my opponent in the final, had 1.6. So that's really very nice for him.
Yes.
But happily enough, I keep up my same level. Around 2, more than 2. Yeah, okay. I also feel that everybody is getting more experienced because of playing many games. So I also feel that in every game it can happen. Until the quarterfinal,
right.
Until the half final, it was only 40 points distance. So
yes,
it's automatic. It makes you more sharper.
Sure,
I have to say.
sure. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, a little bit about your past. When did you first realize that, that being a Carom champion was going to be your destiny? I mean, was there a couple moments when you go, yeah, this is it? I mean, I am focused on becoming the best player in the world.
I don't understand the question, really. I'm sorry.
Sure. No, nothing
sorry.
to be sorry about. Is there a certain time in your younger formative years when you had that moment where you said, you know what, I'm going to go for it, I'm going to be the best player in the whole world someday? Was there a moment when you kind of realized that that's where you were going to focus all your attention?
Yeah. I think I'm not maybe the best player in the world, but at least in the top 5 or top 10 in the world. I think that was really a big goal for me 25 years ago. joining the best players in the world, like Raymond Keulemans, Ludo Dilis, Torbjörn Blomdahl, Kobayashi, all these guys, Vitalis. But you will notice by yourself in all the years how much you can do, how your abilities are. I remember, I know that I'm still learning today. I still learn about my mistakes, and in every game you make mistakes, and every time you learn about. And we played the final last Sunday on a very long sliding table, and I also managed to have a positive focus, a positive concentration, and very important, the confidence in yourself that you can do it, that you can find a way to play with the table instead of playing against the table.
Boy, that is such wonderful advice for all of us, regardless of what level we're at, to know that, you know, you're on this table for good or for bad, whether it slides or plays long or short. So you have to adapt, and you have to, you know, work with what you have and not fight against the table.
Yeah, I mean, if I would play this final 20 years ago, I think that I would become in more trouble, and that I had more problems in my head.
Yes.
To win the final, to be focused at winning the final or playing a good average. I remember that I said to myself when the score was 12-8, I think, in my advantage in 11 innings. I thought, I think that this will not be a very good game.
Yes.
It will be a very tough final. And really, right. I really thought that because I missed some good positions. I remember that I thought the table is much more longer than 2 days ago. And how can I manage this? I also saw that my opponents had the same problems as well. So, but I also wanted to play a very nice final also for the audience, not only winning. If I would win this final in a bad way, with a bad average.
Right.
Yeah,
yep.
No, that was not my intention. But 10 innings later, I finished the game.
Yes.
And I thought, wow, this is not bad.
Yeah.
If you are in this kind of trouble, in this kind of personal thinking, like this will be a very tough final. But 10 innings later, I finished the game, and then you see it every time. It gives you you prove yourself. It gives you extra confidence that you can do it, also in difficult circumstances.
Yes.
There were many people in the room. There was television. It was in the afternoon on television, so it was a very good time to watch the television and to see the billiards. So this was also an important final for me to win, to show that I'm the number one in Holland, and to let the people know I'm still very alive.
Absolutely. Well, that's good. Well, let's 2013. How would you describe your tournament showings in 2013? Any thoughts reflecting back?
Well, 2013 was a bad year for me, especially in tournaments. I didn't win one big tournament, but I remember I played many good games throughout the whole year, especially in competitions, in small tournaments, in competitions, Germany, France, Holland, Belgium. I cannot complain about that. I'm playing very well, but if you look at the tournaments, it was a bad year because I didn't play one final. I lost on the crucial moments in some semi-finals, and it was a little disappointing for me.
Any explanation in your mind, or is it just kind of, the way things just go, that, there's just going to be times when, it's the right time and you're in stroke and you're feeling good, and it's right during the tournament? I mean, how much of that is just, I don't want to say luck, because that's probably not a good word.
No, I think that was I think a lack of confidence, because I jumped from one tournament into another with most of the time disappointments.
Ah, okay.
And I think that also my focus could be a little bit more positive.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, I know about myself. I do everything for billiards, and I'm a good sportsman, I'm sure, because I want to win in a correct way, and I want to show what my abilities are. But I couldn't do it on the very important moments. I think I was impressed by some other opponents, some other players who were playing so strong, with so much confidence, and so much belief in themselves. And I think this all impressed me a little, and that's the reason I think I lost some important games.
Well, I think Quadrone might be a good example. It's just like he
Yes.
just seems to just absolutely have so much confidence in his game.
Yeah, he's a good example. He's one of the players, which I thought, wow, he's playing so good. He's playing so easygoing.
Yes.
And I have to do something against it, but my confidence is not that high to be on the first place.
Yeah. Well, what are your expectations for 2014? Beginning of the year, you've already won a tournament. That's certainly a positive beginning. So, what are what are your expectations going forward for this year?
Yeah, to improve everything what I can do in 2013. I mean, I know it's impossible to win many tournaments, or to win each tournament. But I think some players like Blondal, Zanetti, and Coudron showed really their best in their career, in their abilities to win tournaments, and I want to join them. I want also to show I'm not that old to keep on winning tournaments, but I can win a big tournament.
Of course.
You need also not to be unlucky. I don't want to say you need to be lucky, but I want to say you don't need to be unlucky.
Unlucky,
because
yes.
it's a long way to the final. It's a long way to win a championship. But I just want to improve the important games.
Absolutely.
In some tournaments against my biggest competitors.
Yes, yeah. Well, that makes perfect sense.
And it can still happen. It still can happen that I don't win a tournament in 2014. This is really possible. But okay, you need to be positive. You need to have that confidence in yourself to say to yourself, "Come on, let's go for it, and I can win this tournament."
Sure.
And if I can win one or two tournaments this year, big tournaments,
it's huge.
Important new step.
Yes, yes. Well, that's great. That's good conversation. Well, what I'd like to do is turn to what we do with these interviews is we have a shot situation, and we send a diagram showing a particular situation, and what I'd like to do is get your thoughts on how you would handle this shot situation. I don't know if you had a chance to look at the diagram or not.
At this moment, not. I'm installing everything.
because I can pretty much describe it while you're maybe looking for the diagram. If you look at the Karam table horizontally, and you're going to be white, and you're going to be not on the rail, but you're going to be in the middle of the center of the table, but just off the rail a little bit. So, and then red is going to be almost directly in the middle of the table, and then yellow is going to be down at the other end, just off the rail. So if you can kind of picture the three balls will be in a line, a string going across the center of the table, and of course you're on the far end with white, and
yeah, I see the diagram. I see the diagram, Steve.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah. Well, not easy. Not an easy one.
You didn't think I'd give you an easy one, did you, Dick?
No. You're right. You want to know how I would play the shot, but the technique, eh?
Yeah. Just to make it worse, you left yourself this position.
Oh, okay. Well, I think important is to put a long stroke, a very long stroke, because you're gonna hit the second ball, the red ball.
Yes.
At least 60-70%.
Okay.
So if you put a very short stroke, your cue ball will stop immediately, and you will not have the speed to have the three rails to get to the third ball. But a long stroke and a very accurate stroke, because most players want to shoot too hard, and they will lose some precision with their stroke. So it's and the focus should be on the second ball, on the red ball, to be sure that you're gonna hit this second ball perfectly. With a lot of English, of course, a lot of right English, and yeah, for this diagram you need to know the table a little. You need to know some reactions of cushion, of rails. But if you have to improvise, it's around middle ball, maybe just a little down, and I think you can get very close.
Okay, so and you correct me if I'm not listening well. So am I going to shoot off the right side of red, and then
but you can also go from the left side. I mean, it's not obligated to play right side. It's
no, it's not, because it would be pretty equal, wouldn't it?
Yes, it's equal,
right.
Really.
So
yeah.
for the sake of conversation, let's say that you would go off the right side of red, and then you're going to go long rail, short rail, and then yellow?
Yeah, this is a perfect solution for this shot.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
It's a perfect, not technically a heavy one.
Yes.
Yeah, not easy. You can also, we can play this shot 3-4 times, and we can miss it 3-4 times.
Right. Exactly.
So it's, yeah.
Well, I just never see you miss those. But
well,
of course, I don't.
You need to know the reaction of the first long rail. It's very important for this information. You must have some information.
Yes.
How to know about the table. If you really don't have any idea what the rail is doing, the first long rail, it's really guessing. It's really building on your experience.
Exactly.
On your experience with this shot.
Well, good. That's great. I appreciate that solution, and I think that's the best too. Well,
Yeah.
speaking about playing different shots, and if you were forced into calling yourself a systems player or a feel player, if those were your two options, what would you most describe yourself more as? A systems player or a feel player?
A field player.
Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean? But you're a field player.
Yes, yes, definitely. Yeah, because I like to keep it very simple, Steve.
Yes.
I like to put everything simple, and I'm sure that we play less and less on calculation systems, because in Europe we are very criticizing. We are criticizing the time with playing time.
Yes.
And we want to sell the three cushion better and better. And this means that we have to play fast. We have to play in a very nice rhythm. And
Yes.
if you have some calculation shots, very difficult ones, I think because in all of the years we learned that that when you calculate, maybe it gives you a little bit more security, but because you play on every different table, you play so many different tables, I think that that your feeling is already consistent enough
Right.
to build on that. And yeah, I'm not a favorite of calculating points on the table. Sometimes I do it. Sometimes but it doesn't give me a bad feeling when I miss a calculation shot without calculating. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
If,
That makes
before,
sense.
I always said to myself, I have to calculate a bank shot. If I don't calculate and I miss, I have a bad conscience.
Yes.
But nowadays, it's over. That's over. Nowadays, I would say to myself, okay, come on, let's go. Play this bank shot on feeling.
Yeah, that's great. That's
Yeah.
wonderful. Well, what kind of changes, if any, or ideas that you may have to help promote our sport? Any thoughts?
About
I think Kazum has done an excellent job with highlighting our sport and some of our tournaments, and I'm a big fan of Kazum.
yeah, yeah.
You know, do you feel that we're supporting the youth in getting the younger people involved in caroms like we should, or do you think there's a few
Yeah.
areas that we could improve on? What are your thoughts?
Kazum is at this moment. Kazum is really unstoppable, and we cannot miss it anymore. We cannot go further in the future without Kazum.
Yes.
Kazum is doing a fantastic job, but we need to reach much more people.
Yes.
And we don't do it because there are too many, especially female players,
Yes.
women, girls, who don't know nothing about this game, and also in Holland, it's this game is popular for people older than 40 years.
Yes.
And yeah, we also need to reach a younger audience. But I also realize that this is maybe not the most important thing, because this is a quiet game, and young people like sports with screaming, with with crashes,
Yeah.
with unfair play, etc., etc., with violence, with aggression. You cannot find it all in billiards.
Yeah, that is a good point you make. The younger group, maybe that's why they gravitate toward pool because, they can high five each other with the
Yeah, yeah,
fancy
and,
jump shot or something.
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah. So maybe we have to accept it a little that that this sport is not in generally not in generally really suitable for very young players. I have a son of 17 years old, and
yes.
he's playing handball, and he also said to me, "Papa, this is so quiet game. This is such. It's nice. I like it also to watch, but it's not happening a lot in this game." I said, "No, there's really happening a lot. I mean, especially the psychologic part of this game."
Right.
But okay, I also understand that he wants action. He wants
Sure.
action. He wants to run, and he wants to make spectacular jumps and
Yeah.
and yeah, nice situations for him. But yeah, so but I think we have to defend the strong side of billiards.
Yes.
And it's really a gentleman's sport. It's fair play. It's not to do with any aggression or something like this. And we need to find good clubs, good places where you can play billiards, where you can find instructors, where you can where people help you with this game.
Yeah.
It's very hard to play,
Well,
especially when you start with that.
I agree.
And it's still not very professional, and because okay, the world is changing a lot. The changes are very fast,
Yes.
and demands are very high. We still play billiards here in the Netherlands in old clubs, in old buildings, with old tables,
Yeah.
with old balls, and yeah, it should be much more up to date, everything.
Yeah.
And I think it's really a big point. It should be much more up to date. It's good that we play on a blue cloth, and it's good that we play with spotted balls. It's very
Yes.
good. It's because this is not reflecting to the old times. This is the new area. This
Right.
is the new. I mean, this is the new period of billiards.
That's right. Well, you make some excellent points, and I want to thank you so much for taking your time out and talking with us. And I thought
My
perhaps we
pleasure.
could end with any suggestions that you may have for us in the United States. What maybe suggestions you may have. The USBA is, which I'm on the board, and we're trying to do what we can to promote the sport, and just wonder if you have any suggestions for us.
Yeah, I think we should come more to the United States to show the high level we can play, and to improve people, and
Yes.
to make people enthusiastic, to make people happy. And but okay, it's I'm planning to come to New York in summer to
Oh,
the Vancouver
wonderful.
Open. Yes, I'm planning because last year I couldn't come because of my son. He was playing a big tournament in handball, but and the years before I also didn't show up. But it's really time to come. I hope to come. Let's say it this way, because I have to also make my holiday plans in summer. It's right in the middle of holidays.
Sure.
But I think it's a very good point to come back to New York.
Well,
Come
that's
and to
great.
meet to meet all the nice people from different states, and to play and to talk and to discuss everything, and yeah.
Well, that's
I'm
wonderful.
really looking forward.
Well,
Steve, to
we're
come.
looking forward to having you, and again, thank you so much for taking the time out. I really appreciate
It's my
you
pleasure.
doing that, and it's wonderful talking with you, and we wish you the best for the 2014 season.
Thank you.
All
Thank you
right,
very much.
thank you so much, Dick.
Okay,
Yeah.
keep up the good work, Steve. And when I should be in New York in summer, I hope you are there as well.
Well, I hope to be there as well, and you coming there gives me more incentive to come.
Okay.
All right,
Steve,
thank you so
you are
much.
from which state? You are from Illinois,
I'm
eh?
from Michigan.
Oh, Michigan. Ah, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not that far from Detroit. I live in a city called Grand Rapids, and so
Yes, I know. Grand Rapids, yes.
yeah.
I know. I played the very first tournament outside New York in Lansing.
Oh, sure, I was there. Absolutely. Yes,
Lansing. That was
that
20
pool
years
room
ago,
is
yes.
that pool room is still open, and that was back when Sang Lee was
Yes.
playing well, and so
Yeah, yeah,
wonderful.
yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Okay, Steve,
All
keep up the
right,
good work and all the best for you.
best to you too. Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah. Bye
Okay.
bye.
Bye-bye, Steve. Bye.